welcome back to Live and Breathe Horses. So today's video is about our new farrier. So of course when you move to a new place, it's the first thing on a horsey person's mind is to find a good farrier and a good vet. And the vet is also, before something goes wrong, you don't want a colic and then having to find a vet. So finding a vet. So this one is about the farrier. How did I find him? Oh, I asked the guy in the horse food place where I buy the horse food in the local village, and he gave me a few numbers, and this one just kind of jumped out at me. So I called him about Triunfo, because of course I'd had my 3 done just before we left Scotland, so they weren't needing doing. But Triunfo's feet were in a bit of a state, and I wanted to get him done as soon as possible. And I was thinking, oh God, we're quite far out here. It's going to be hard to get somebody to come all this way for one horse. Anyway, I called this guy and explained, look, they've sent me this horse and his feet really need some attention. And he said, well, send me a photo. And I thought, I want a photo. Anyway, I sent him a photo and he immediately replied and said, oh, poor thing, look at him, poor baby. He said, I'm going to come and I'll just charge you for doing the feet. I'm not going to charge you the extra transport cost or anything, because he's probably Zamora, like nearly an hour away. So I already thought, this is a really nice guy, that he really cares about the horse. And I mean, he doesn't even know me. So anyway, he came and we had a great chat. Lovely guy, not like any farrier I've ever had before, but a really lovely guy. And Triunfo's feet, apart from being all broken and quite long and twisted, he had thrush, he had seedy toe, they were all in a terrible mess. So we have been treating them and doing lots of stuff all about that. Oh, here's my builders coming in. They're building the terrace on my tiny house. Anyway, never mind, we'll carry on. So that was, believe it or not, 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks. So he was back today and did all the other horses. He was very impressed with Morisco's feet. Spanish horses often have very upright feet, which actually is quite good for the stony ground, but they can be smaller at the bottom than the top. So he loved Morisco's feet. Everybody's always amazed by what's good feet. He does have very good feet. Also, I've had Morisco since he was a baby, and he's always had his feet regularly trimmed and balanced every 6 to 10 weeks, depending on the season, whether he needed it or not. So that's also partly to do with it. Like I was talking with this guy today, some of them, like this one, didn't get their feet done when they were young, and so by the time they're 3, it's hard to correct things. And, as we say in English, no foot, no horse. And of course, that's so true. If the feet aren't good, then nothing's working well. So it's so important to have a good farrier, Of course, I can do little trims and rasps myself, but I like to have somebody trained and experienced. There's the sun just come out and got very bright. Anyway, let's... Umo! Look at you, feet all done. Umo was a bit spooked by it, actually. I think he was a bit like, oh, I don't know who this person is. And he's very lively and fiery and pingy. And I was just trying to go, oh, slow down a little bit. But anyway, he was fine. Look, there's the builders, Umo. So that is our farrier video, new farrier. Javier, he's called. And he's very sweet and lovely. Not as sweet as lovely as you, Umo. So thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to see you next time.